To create a user, you just log into the software. And then a few things to keep in mind before you create one is go to your settings up here in the top. This is where you set up your email stuff. If you want to email out alarms and things like that as you have them. And if you scroll down, you can see that underneath the user, you can enable the password reset. If you wanted, you can change the password policy, whether you want it weak, moderate, or strong. I just have it set as weak because this is just mine on this computer. So if you go back to the host, you can go down to the users over here on the left. Click on that and you can hit plus. And then I'm just going to create just an example one for right now. So I'll just put test. This is where you pick whether they're a super user, an admin, or an operator. So I'm just going to say operator. We're not going to worry about the time zone right now. And you can hit create. I'm just going to put this back as test. This is where you get in and you can edit like the property markers and property tags. So you got the properties here and you got the markers up here. This is where you're going to do most of your editing of the user, where it says edit user. You just click on that. This was kind of the form you filled out at the very beginning. And then you can go down and this is where you deal with the access permission. So if you had multiple projects on a server and you only wanted the user to have access to a certain one, you could select that here underneath project access. The application access, this is where you hide the different apps. When you selected operator, it already hid the system integrator apps, the advanced apps, and miscellaneous ones. So you just click on the buttons if you want them to be enabled. The action access, this is where you set up permission. So if you set this to HVAC, this will not allow them to do anything. Basically, they'll be able to see everything. It'll be a view only. So if you look, for example, here's a write array. So if you have no levels, then they can't adjust temperatures, they can't override outputs, they can't create stuff inside DB Builder if you would have enabled that. They can't delete things. It just gives them a view only access. You can set all these other accesses, which are just different filters. And then you can customize properties down here. So if you wanted to reverse the magic bubbles, this is where you would do it. So if you didn't want, when you clicked on something, if you didn't want the bubbles to pop up over here, you can reverse that right here. You can set a home path. There's just a lot of things you can do with the user, but to just create a basic users, you just click on that, users, hit create, and then you just enter your information. If you want to reset the password, that's right here. You'd have to be logged in as a super user in order to do that.